Hi, my name is Kevin Taylor. Now, before I start this new season, I would like to let every Ghanaian understand that I am a full card-bearing member of the NPP. I would also like to make it clear that I am not on this show to please anyone, and I am not here to be a slave to any politician or a group of tribes. I am here to tell my fellow Ghanaians the truth. I'm a full card-bearing member of the NPP, and I have every right to criticize this government. Please allow me to finish. This is with all due respect. With all due respect, I remember last year I did a piece on why Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is a divisive president who is so disgruntled to the point that he sees no reason to please anyone who does not believe in his wicked and clueless ideas about how to govern the modern day Ghana. What we have witnessed over these few days about the referendum shows that the new Electoral Commission boss, Jane Mensah, is basically a slave to this president and his administration. Some aggrieved Ghanaians have used harsh statements like Jane Mensah has been politically molested by an old age man who can't even get an erection. But on a serious note, we as a people should be worried after what we saw in the just ended referendum for so many reasons. The honest truth is, the democracy we have enjoyed as a nation for over 61 years has been murdered by a few amongst us. I am one person who thought Ghanaians were too harsh on this new EC boss. But from what I saw from her first task as the commissioner for elections in the just ended election, the only thing I can say is Ghana as a country has sacrificed an arrogant virgin for a slave queen who comes from the village. I am one Ghanaian who will never in any day play nice with any individual or group of people who will try to destroy or undermine the little democracy we are enjoying as a country just because they want to satisfy the dictatorship instincts of a dysfunctional and disgruntled old man who is closer to the end of his days on earth than the youthful ones who are still planning how to survive the curse of unemployment under his leadership. In my opinion, Ghana is a failed state because we see election rigging as a payback time on our political opponents who once offended our political forefathers. Ghana has leadership crisis. We have citizenship crisis, which should tell us that the days of bragging about our peaceful nation has been bettered by a slave queen. With all due respect, I feel so sad for the young unemployed Ghanaian who is on social media, on radio and on television defending the disgusting video of election rigging, all because they have been brainwashed to think that, whether bad or worse, their political party and their ideologies, traditions, and sometimes blood lineage is what we all have to submit to. We have reduced our politics and democracy to tribalism and lies. My dear young Ghanaian, if you think you are hurting your political opponent by defending this disgusting act, then I am sorry to tell you this. You have murdered sleep as a citizen and you will sleep no more. Our democracy, your democracy, and freedom has been tampered with, and the quicker you react and correct this deadly storm, the better for your future, because in the near future, no one, and I mean it, no one will be wrong to repeat the same wrong of yesterday. Today, the police, which is supposed to uphold the security of this country, are now more or less like dumb idiots who take instructions to prevent the media from covering an election, and we see nothing wrong with it. It hurts because the voice of the people has been taken away to make room for crime and corruption to rule. This referendum has exposed the Electoral Commission and has shown that the EC has lost its credibility to conduct a clean and fair general elections in this country. If anyone thinks that the outcome of this referendum will not affect the 2020 general election, then with all due respect, that person is either dumb, maybe they are acting dumb, or they are born dumb. I don't think this is the time for any reasonable Ghanaian to be speaking the nicest English to explain to we the people that Ghana is a failed state. This is because all the institutions that makes sure that our democracy stands unique and strong is gradually being destabilized by individuals who are always willing to bend over for old, greedy politicians who can't even get simple erection. Finally, with all due respect, today the civil societies, the election observers, religious leaders, and most of all, former presidents and former high-ranking government officials are all quiet because their enemy's enemy is the captain of the ship Ghana today. So what we saw as wrong yesterday is seen as right today. I feel sad and sorry especially for ex-President Rawlings because he has shown that his hypocrisy is exceptional towards this government. Today, Rawlings, you are quiet all because your balls are being squeezed by a slay queen whilst a disgruntled old man looks on. You are scared to speak because of your past sins. You should be ashamed of yourself as an ex-president and statesman who pretends to care about your nation and specifically people in the Volta region. I now believe your hatred and pettiness for some selected people who never allowed your greedy wife to impose her greed on we Ghanaians is what makes you say the things you say sometimes. Mr. Rawlings, if you say you stand for the truth, then come out officially and condemn the EC and this government for rigging this election. I am pointing you out because you see yourself as the righteous God of the Volta region and of all time. Today, you have lost your voice because it wasn't a northerner who offended you, but an oppressor like yourself. Finally, to my fellow Ghanaians, this election should be a wake-up call to all of us, especially we the young ones. If we want to inherit a country without chaos, then we should speak up against government institutions like the Electoral Commission, which has lost its credibility, and against a criminal like the EC boss, who is now basically a bent-over puppet for this greedy and tribalistic precedent. We can't allow these dying old politicians to destroy the nation whilst we look on. We have to be bold. We have to be honest, patriotic, and objective because these dying old men have nothing to lose at the end of the day. They will die and leave us in a ditch, and I pray that we will have enough understanding and commitment to think as a nation, but not as a group of creatures fighting to survive on their own. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. This is With All Due Respect.